So we have until January 12th to complete this Forzathon achievement here in Forza Motorsport 7 to win the Ferrari F12berlinetta, and really cool car. We're going to talk about that later, but the first part of the challenge is to complete 3 laps on Brands Hatch in a British car. So at the bottom right of the screen there, you can see the British flag. Just scroll through your manufacturers and look for that. Aston Martin and Jaguar are a couple examples, but we're going to be in free play for the entire Forzathon challenge, so just keep that in mind. But the first thing you want to do for this is then go to Race Setup, and you're going to want to make it 3 laps, but first find Brands Hatch. And there's only 2 different options for the environment, so just obviously pick the shortest race that you can do for this, since we have to do 3 laps. And you can use any car you want. I always do 1 Drivatar, and the main thing though, just make sure you have 3 laps there. So go complete those 3 laps, and then you'll unlock the next part of the Forzathon challenge, which is to go 120 miles per hour on Homestead, Miami, using the 1957 Chevy Bel Air. So first we're going to go into race setup once again, and after the first part, if you hit next race, it will take you right back to this screen here, so you can choose a different race, but just choose the first circuit race under Homestead, Miami. That's the perfect environment for this. And once again, you can use any car, but you only need to do 1 lap and 0 Drivatars. But if you don't have the Chevy Bel Air, don't go and buy one, just rent one like I did right here. There's no reason to waste any money to use a car for Forzathon challenges in Forza 7. You can easily just go and rent them, so go to Chevrolet and find the 1957 Chevy Bel Air, which that's kind of ordered by the year the cars were made, so it's not too hard to find. Just scroll down to 1957, and if you use manual, you don't need to upgrade this thing. You can easily just stay in 2nd gear on this racetrack and hit 120. Now, I never used automatic. I don't use automatic. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hit 120 because it is kind of close, and with automatic the gears don't stretch quite as far, so that's something to keep in mind. But the final part of this Forzathon challenge is to complete a race on the Suzuka circuit using the 1992 Honda NSX-R. So again, just go to Race Setup. This time we're going to want to find Suzuka, and you're going to want to make this a 30-second race, so you can really pick any of these different environments. It really doesn't matter, but I still, just for demonstrational purposes, picked the shortest circuit race, just in case also if you forget to make it a 30-second race. But doing a 30-second race is by far the quickest way to do this, so just make it a timed race, make it 30 seconds long. Once again, I don't know why, but I always like to just have 1 Drivatar, and then just go and complete that race. Just make sure though, you're going to have to go back to car select once again, just like we did for the Chevy Bel Air, and you're going to want to rent the 1992 Honda NSX-R if you don't have it already. Obviously, if you have these cars that you have to use for the Forzathon challenges, just go to your My Cars or just select the car that you already have. But if not, once again, just don't waste any money for no reason. If you don't really want the car, if you want the car, you might as well just go and buy it. But if not, if you don't care, just go and rent it so you don't have to waste any money. But that is it, and once again, I had lots of difficulties getting progression for these challenges. It took forever. I had to just keep restarting the game, but eventually you saw there I did get the Ferrari F12berlinetta, and we did complete that Forzathon challenge, excuse me. So my throat is getting a little bit dry with the heaters running and it being so cold where I live. But this Ferrari right here, this is a beautiful car. Wow, V12 motor, rear-wheel drive, and there's so many nice stock paint color options. I went with this blue here. I'm not sure if it looks quite as good as it does on my 4K HDR TV, but man, this blue looks really good. But yellow, silver, I think even gray, they all looked really good, so definitely look through the stock paint colors that they have for this thing. It's such a beautiful car, and I don't think I ever drove this thing in Forza Horizon 3, so I might have to go back and drive this thing because the performance here in Forza Motorsport 7 is amazing. This thing, it drives so nice. Even though it's rear-wheel drive, it launches really quick. The grip is excellent on this car. Very surprising for a rear-wheel drive car that makes so much power, and the motor is in the front as well, so I was very surprised. This thing also sounds ridiculously good, and I just love this car. Even though I had to struggle through the Forzathon challenge just to get progression for the different parts of it. Well worth it. This car is fantastic, and I certainly want you to listen in here to a little bit of gameplay. So I really hope that everyone found this video to be helpful or useful, and also made you aware of this Forzathon challenge. I know it's been out for quite some time, but some of you might have forgot or never been aware, so I really hope that everyone at least found it to be, useful in some way or another. So thanks for watching, as always. Peace.